Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head, right? And really there's two types of recoveries. There's disaster recovery, like you mentioned, the natural disaster, the hurricane, the tornado, everyone knows you're down and you need to get back up and running,
Mm,
and that something has affected your environment. That's a traditional DR. A cyber recovery is when you've been compromised. And how
mm.
you recover from being compromised is a very different type of recovery scenario. And that's when you start leveraging the tools that I was talking about earlier on. So we really are starting to break down the types of recoveries that our customers need, the type of support they need during those different types of situations.
What's the, I guess in my mind, as a just kind of from a non-technical perspective, they seem like they would be similar in that you're dealing with this unexpected incident that's stopping you from being able to do whatever it is that you do from a business perspective, whether it's education, sales, providing services to your local constituents, whatever that might be. From your perspective, what is maybe the big difference or the various differences between a traditional disaster recovery event like caused by a hurricane as opposed to caused by a ransomware event?
Yeah, so the ransomware event is where you've been compromised, right? So someone has been in your environment. So there's different types of tools that you need to leverage so that you can get more information about what has happened to your environment. So with a
Okay.
standard DR, disaster recovery, you know what happened. Hurricane hit. You went through a flood. Recovering from that process is really finding a new location, rebuilding and repointing the backups to that after it's been running in our DR site. If you've been compromised and the bad actors have gotten in there, you need to figure a few things out before you can even recover. One, what did they compromise? Was it in the network? Was it in the infrastructure? Right?
Mm,
If you were trying to recover back into your own environment, you're going to get reinfected.
mm,
So if you don't know, you need a clean room. You need that second site to recover into, just as a starting point.
mm,
And then from there, that's when you leverage the tools to start breaking down part of the what we call ransomware investigation. So it's going in to the environment, it's scanning everything, and it's finding out, what's in there. Is it a known malware? Is it something that that has been out there? If it's sometimes if it's smaller customers, then it's a smaller attack, right? It's more known, so it's easier to find. It's really when you start getting into the federal space, very large organizations, where the attacks are a little bit more complex.
mm.
So sometimes the ransomware investigation is easy. You go in, you find a dot extension, and you know exactly where they hit. But that's what we do. So we're going to go in, scan the environment. We're going to see where the bad actors, or where they got in and what they used.
Mhm.
We're then going to do that sensitive data discovery to see, what they got into. Was it something that you need to report because it is classified, or healthcare, or financial, or is it something you don't need to report to the world because it was test dev?
Mhm.
So now that's very important to figure out. Is this something that I need to go tell the world about or not? And then it's that incident containment. How far back did they get in there? Have they been in there for 6 months, 8 months, a year, and being able to recover everything else, and then figure out if you're going to blow that one away or recover prior.
Gotcha.
So the cyber recovery adds a lot more of that in-depth discovery, and giving the customer some of that knowledge that they need, the information that they need.